everyone. Now, typically when I say that, there's no one on the other side, so this is actually a nice change. But to see all of your wonderful faces, and again, I want to extend my profound appreciation for just the great work that you all do for this incredible organization, WSKG. So I wanted to give you all a round of applause for the great work that you do. All the behind the scenes, behind the camera, all the ways that you provide great support. When I first became aware of this request, and I'll just take a brief moment to talk about what WSKG has meant and what it means to me. As you all know, WSKG is one of our best public access television media sources that we have in our community, and why that's so important for a number of reasons. We live in a most certainly small, mid-sized rural community, and media is a way in which we stay connected on current events, lifting up issues, but also opportunities. And so for many, many years, WSKG has continued to be a reliable source of information for our community. And it may seem strange to celebrate, being a reliable source of information, but it's important. As you all know, that continues to be a challenge in our community, our state, our country, globally, with getting reliable information that helps to not only inform, but also to build community. For me, my connection with WSKG, I'm gonna go back to when I was a young munchkin and watching all of my favorite shows on WSKG. Arthur, I'm probably dating myself right about now. So many shows, and this organization is not only being recognized by me and of course our state, but nationally. You all have won Emmys, and for the quality of work that you provide in telling the story of our community and our rich legacy and what we have contributed not only to the Southern Tier, not only to New York State, but to this country. And so when this opportunity to support, in my role now as a senator, came to my attention to support another way that you all provide information, and that's most certainly in the context of emergency services. We know firsthand in our community, especially when we experience a lot of inclement weather, which we most certainly often experience, that people are reliant upon whether it's government, but also media, to get reliable information, to know where they can go for supports, and so much more. And so when I came here and did a tour with my partner for all things good, Assemblywoman Donna Lupardo, and I got a chance to meet with some of you, go to the studio, learn about all the great programs you provide, and so much more. But you also have infrastructure needs like everyone else. And so I'm so pleased to be here today to announce that I am delighted to have secured $375,000 for your ability to be able to purchase generators for your transmission towers. So congratulations. Your resources that you provide, and again, this funding will help with providing more supports in the area of emergency services. It cannot be understated. As I mentioned, inclement weather, but there are other emergencies that most certainly arise. And so again, having reliable places where you can reach out to when people are their most vulnerable, and also at the same time, having information available that helps to build awareness, but also to have fun. You think about the power of media. It can build, it can unite, it can most certainly inform and do so much more, provide safety, and I could go on, but I won't. So again, it is truly my honor and my pleasure to have secured these funds for you for this purpose, and so much more as we continue to deal with extreme weather events that are a result of climate change. And we are working very hard in the state to try to reduce the effects of it, but it is very real, and it is something that requires all of us in government, media, all of our various institutions to work together, and you all are doing that. And so that's what these funds are being utilized for. So again, I want to thank you all for your steadfast commitment to not only inform our community, to provide education, awareness, recreation, so much more, but also safety supports to our community. So thank you. And so with that, I'm going to bring up one of my good friends and a friend for all of us here, Linda Beamer, Chair of the Board of Directors at WSKG, to say some remarks. So Linda.
Thank you so much, Leah, and I'm delighted, no, I'm thrilled to accept this grant, $375,000 accepted on behalf of the Board of Trustees and staff of WSKG. And you know, CREST stands for Community Resiliency, Economic Sustainability, and Technology. And I like that word community best of all, because that's what WSK is about, serving the community. In our community, 21 counties. That's a big community that we serve. I'm delighted that New York State and Leah, of course, State Senate, recognize the needs of communities, and again, our large community here. We provide many services. We provide wonderful news, and as you said, unbiased news. We provide local and regional and state and national and international news. We provide education and education materials for teachers and schools and libraries and homeschooling parents, and of course, cultural enrichment. WSKG does so much for the community, and this grant will just help us continue to do that without any problems, we hope. So thank you so much, Leah. And I also want to thank our staff here, primarily Chris and Mike, and Nicole for working with your staff to get this application together and all the way down the line. So here it is. So thank you so much, Leah, and thank you to your staff and to our staff here.
Thank you, Linda. And last but most certainly not least, I'd like to bring up Christopher Dorenzo, who is the Director of Operations at WSKG. I know you and Natasha work very well together, and she unfortunately wasn't able to be here. I give her my best wishes for speedy recovery, all the great things. But again, Christopher, I want to thank you for your leadership and the great work that you do, not only here at WSKG, but the impact that it has in our community at large. So I don't want to take your thunder. So again, please join me in welcoming Christopher Dorenzo.
Thank you, Senator Webb, for your commitment to public broadcasting and public safety, fitting on this National Day of Radio to be accepting this on behalf of the community. This provides WSKG the ability to make sure that the 21 counties that we serve, with the inclement weather, as you said, that we are experiencing, can continue to receive the services that we provide. We have seen over the last month countless power outages. They're coming more often, they are longer periods of time, and placing these generators at every one of our high-powered transmitter sites in 21 counties helps ensure that ability to relay that information at the time of most need. I thank you and your staff and the staff at WSKG to make this all possible. Thank you very much.
As we close, again, I can't express my appreciation enough to all of you, the board, the staff. You know, oftentimes when people think about media, they think about those folks who are frontward facing, you know, your reporters, people who may have shows, and we know that it takes a proverbial village to pull this incredible work together. And so especially those folks who often work behind the scenes, the technicians, the engineers. I'm not gonna go over everyone's title, but you all know the way that you provide support and so much more. So again, thank you for the great work that you do, and I am so excited to present to you this big old check that is a legitimate check for $375,000 dollars for your very well needed support to address some of the infrastructure needs, as it already has been mentioned by Christopher and by Linda, so you can continue doing the great work that you do for our community and beyond. So let's do it. We're gonna do